Hey, it's Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
I'm Mark.
Nothing like a blind tasting to help develop your tasting senses.
What do we love here?
Blind barrels.
Because we're going to test it!
Third take style.
Woo, dummy style, baby, dummy style. All right, we're in. So first of all, I know you got that prop because this is cool. But this thing, look at this. You got a little, oh, there it is. Look at that. Magnet close, a little, what is that, like a, is that a monkey?
It looks like
with cool glasses and a top hat. So Bobby DeMars.
This was sent to us. Blind barrels. These are 4 blind whiskeys for you to sit down, go through with your buddies. You can order these one set at a time. You can do an annual subscription with these. These are 4 whiskeys. We don't know what they are. They do say they could be. It could be a bourbon, rye, wheat, a single malt. It's to develop, guess the proof, the age statement, tasting notes, and all that. So it looks
great whiskey meant to be shared. So there's that, which is right up our alley.
Well, you mentioned Bobby DeMars.
Bobby DeMars is the founder, CEO. Show some of the accoutrements that come in here. So that's like a tasting wheel chart.
The great notes here on this talks about this set here was the 10th release. For 2.5 years, they've been at it for 2.5 years now. This is the legacy release. There's a QR code on the back here that we will scan to reveal what these are.
And there's ones on the back of each of these bottles. We'll give spoiler notes before we get there, so that if you want to try this, you can skip past knowing exactly what they are.
And a tasting note panel here, kind of help you look at what if I'm getting almond, toffee, dog biscuits.
Yeah, dog
what
barking.
Might it be? Some more notes here. For some hints, our amazing 10th release, we have a reintroduction to a type of whiskey that Ben Franklin used to bring over to England.
What? Really?
A well-aged bourbon that comes from a whiskey outlaw legend from a now-lost distillery. A rye whiskey that uses a triticale?
Trickle.
A fun wheat rye hybrid as a flavor grain. And a whiskey collaboration with a craft brewery based on a sour beer recipe. Okay, we shouldn't have read that. Because now we kind of know now we just have to pick out which whiskey is
I wasn't even paying attention to what you were
categories.
Saying. If everybody's like me, they just droned out. They were like, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just like, whatever you're saying.
All right.
I was thinking it was blindbarrels.com also is where you can go. Right? That was the...
yes,
blindbarrels.com.
Okay, we've got A, B, C, and D.
Got it.
Bottles here. And what are these, 100 milliliters? They're not that big, I don't think.
No. Those got to be, what, 75? Does it say anywhere on there? I know it's red, white, writing on a white background, and I'm too old to pick it up. I got to see now.
Well, let's pour all 4 so we can go back and forth.
50. You're right. 50 milliliters. I had to pull the glasses. All right. Through the magic of editing, that just happened. All right. So we've
A, B, C, D. We poured samples. I noticed D is the darkest of these.
Yes, so right off the bat. Yeah, look at that. Boom. That is dark. Wow. All right. So are we going to do one at a time here? Oh, what was that? No, let me see this little thing here. The tasting tape.
A is a very weird medicinal nose.
There is vegetal. Vegetal's on here.
That one's going to be interesting.
That's a little younger, too.
That's going to be interesting.
Smells like there's a little youth on that. I thought I got a little bit of, not that it's new make, but that it's younger.
Well, this one's different, too. Wow. This one's...
Yeah, I got a little cactus. All right, so if I was picking on here, you said, like... green. I would definitely say this is a little more green or forest. The malt, the husk, so green forest. Let me nose that one.
I think that one's the rye. That one's
holy moly, that one's almost herbal though. Oh wait, hold on. I like this one.
These are definitely different.
Yeah, this is like...
These are not your standard.
Well, I know these are from, they're supposed to be from small American distilleries.
This one's like dusty and almost like chocolatey.
Ooh, I like this though. Whatever the heck this is, what would I call this? Is also a little bit herbal.
You think that's a rye nose?
Ooh, maybe. That could be.
Yeah.
Man, that's really unique.
Well, yeah, it is.
I like that.
Go see.
Yeah, okay. Go see. I was like, go see what?
Go see.
Go see,
go see
what?
for yourself.
What do you want me to see? Ooh, hold on. That's a little bit of dirty sock.
It's a little funky.
I went in deep on that one. That one's got some funk on it.
I said like malty chocolate or something on that one.
Yeah, but you're right. There's like a cocoa with dirty socks hanging around. What the heck? What the heck's dirty socks?
Yeah,
hold on.
Huh.
Where does that come in on here? Because it's a little bit of dunnage, like sour dunnage.
Okay, now here's more standard nose I was expecting. More.
That's interesting.
More bourbon-esque nose here.
I'm
Brown
looking
sugars,
on here.
oak, cinnamon.
Okay, let me see this. This is the dark one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Just based on the nose, I think that's I think D is the well-aged bourbon. I think B is the rye.
Okay.
Oh, one of these is a whiskey collaboration with a craft brewery, which could be a chocolate. If there's an ale, chocolatey note, maybe on C.
A funker.
And then there's the reintroduction to a type of whiskey that Ben Franklin used to bring over to God, I can't even talk.
It messed you up.
All right.
Wow. Well, let's start with, I want to taste this one. You're right. This feels like just a standard solid bourbon.
Yeah.
So.
Straightforward nose, or not straightforward, but more what you would expect.
Woo! Rich, top tier goodness. Wow.
That is a good one.
Holy moly, there's your standard.
That's like Elijah Craig barrel proof right there.
Yeah, that is
bourbon.
Great. I can't read it. Hold on. 61% ABV.
Cherries, chocolate.
Cherry chocolate
Oak.
Wow.
Cinnamon, brown sugars, great bourbon.
That is, when you hit that, you know you've hit a great American bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the wood influences pouring off of that. That's good. And that's at least 12 years. Probably. At least. That one tastes like a solid 12-year bourbon to me.
That's deep.
Wow.
We'll find
out. I want to cleanse that.
Should we just scan? No, let's wait till we get done.
We'll do the reveals. That's
where
your
you want to go next.
You know what? This chocolatey, funky, dirty sock. Goodness. So when I say dirty sock, we've been in some dunnage warehouses where you just smell this, like, it's almost like a moldy alcohol basement kind of thing. But once you've been in there, you kind of get this, it's just this older, funky kind of whiskey thing going on. Gosh, that chocolate's on the forefront too. That's really interesting. Huh.
You get an orange chocolate. This could be the rye wheat hybrid.
Ooh.
It's not. That's a lower.
Hybrid. Yeah, it is.
It's a lower ABV, but I got orange chocolate up front. So the orange. Sometimes with your rye, you get that orange zest.
Yes, you do.
It's not necessarily peppery, but if it's a rye wheat,
it's not
hybrid,
a punch you in the face rye.
That could be the craft brewery collaboration.
Yeah, it could be. But I'm with
based
you.
on a sour beer recipe.
Ooh.
I can almost
all the chocolates though.
The sour beer.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're right. That could be it.
We'll see.
Ooh, that is nice, though.
Did you do a sip?
I'm going to do 2.
I want another one, too.
Orange blossom. Yeah, I'd still get the orange in there. That's really nice.
That's a very unique, interesting whiskey.
Right, and this is personally what I want. I want something that's very different, distinct, and plays around so you get an idea.
Also, each one of these are available as a single bottle as well. You can, so if you're going through this and you're like, I want a bottle of D. Yeah. I want a bottle of B.
I want a bottle of D, baby. That D was unbelievable. Yeah.
Wait till you smell the A.
Ooh, yeah, your A smells. Sorry, that goes back to our 18 bottle blind shootouts. Yes. Yeah. That is good. Are we diving in? Are we going to go with this or this kind of? Yeah, let's go right down the line.
Yeah. We'll go with B. Moving on to B.
Woo! Yeah, this one's got like citrus cactus with some youth. What is that? But I almost get like stale beer on this one too. Wow. It's got a little bit of forest, a little bit of pine. But it tails off.
I think this has to be the reintroduction to a type of whiskey that Ben Franklin used to bring over to England. Just because it's really different.
It is different.
It's almost tastes youthful.
Yes.
And I doubt that they really aged whiskey for a long time.
Right. It was kind of like, oh, you got a used barrel? We can repurpose it.
Kind of funky.
It is a little funky.
Tangy, different.
Yeah. Do you get a little bit of citrusy?
Yeah. Citrusy, tart, malty.
See, and they list coconut. It's one of my favorite. Not that I've gotten it here, but coconut's one of my favorite flavors. Hard to find in a bourbon, but when I get it, I love it. And I hate coconut in real life.
So that one's really. I don't know that I would want a bottle of D and C. I don't know that I'd want a bottle of B.
Yeah, it's a little different. All right, I'm going to cleanse, and then we're going to go to A. Then we'll do the reveal. Go ahead.
You're going to go to my A?
Yeah, I'm going deep. They're not going to want
that was too far.
Woo! Sorry. Maybe that's cut. All right, here we go. But if you're enjoying this with a buddy, or maybe this might go, you could get 3 folks in on this just to try it, and then go buy your favorite bottle. blindbarrels.com. See, this one smells a little more velvety.
That's the ale. That's the ale one. I think this is the rye wheat combination. I think this is I'm getting hints of that ale, that brewery sour beer, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
I'm going to say this is the Ben Franklin one. A and C, I think, might be swapping here. I think this, I'm getting hints of that brewery ale.
Yeah. That one's a little softer, too. It's a little less definitive on what it is. That's got to have a lower ABV.
That's tasty, though, too. That's different. These are all
42%.
I think we're pretty solid on our well-aged bourbon pick here.
Yes.
On D.
That's 50.
This one is so weird and 54. Different and unique. That's got to be the recreation.
We haven't seen that since 1776.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm my money, if I was a betting man, is that A is our brewery collaboration here, and then C is going to be the rye wheat combination.
I don't disagree with any of them. Okay. Do that now. So reveal is coming.
So real quick though, you can order these sets one at a time.
Right.
$75.
Got it. One of the
blindbarrels.com.
Right. Because there's 4 sets.
They come out quarterly.
Right. 4 sets a year.
You can do an annual subscription where you get 4 of them in a row for $259.
$249.
$249.
It's basically $250.
I thought it was $259.
Trust me.
Okay.
He never trusts me because he's usually right, but I got this one. They did the $249.99. Yeah. But then you're going to get all 4 samples quarterly.
Now,
which one were you? Would you hit that again?
No, that was the A. Let me try C. Then we're going to, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what these are, if these are still available, these do have June of 24 date on them. They may no longer be available. Spoiler alert, we're going to go into review.
There's a
what
dry
these
cracked pepper. That's definitely got to be the rye.
That's the rye
That's
wheat.
got to be the rye. But it is the wheat's tricking you. The wheat is giving it a little bit of that. The reet. That's what it should be called, is reet.
All right, we're pretty sure this is the well-aged.
It's got to be the well-aged bourbon.
Don't watch if you don't want to know what these are.
Step away if you don't want the reveal. If you don't want the reveal, step away now because you can go buy this.
So I scanned the QR code on the back of the bottle. Took me to the website to this legacy release, and they've got 4 tabs here, A, B, C, D. So you're going to click on yep. D. Sample D.
We got to be right. We're 11-year professionals.
Distillery is Ivy Mountain Distillery.
Okay.
This is Whiskey is Doc Holliday 10-year straight bourbon whiskey.
Nice. It's a 10-year. Okay. I would have put it at 12. That's
I would have
really
put it
nice.
older. Yeah. Proof is 122, so 61% ABV.
Good proof.
Mash bill, 80% corn, 10% malted corn, 5% rye, 5% malted barley.
Okay.
And it goes into notes and our take on it. So that's all in here. Great. There's a lot of information.
Great color.
All that there. All right. Go back.
Boba Fett shirt.
Close that out. Actually, look at this. They've got a video posted. It's 2 guys look about like us. Wow. Whiskey behind them. I think that's
bearded
me.
Fella.
That's you.
Yeah, there's a little tiny dude, a little tiny guy.
That's me. All right, and which one do we think? Let's see. Let's look at B because I think we're pretty sure that's
the Franklin.
That's got to be the.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Recreation.
I don't think I've had anything like it.
Oh, so real quick, let me go look back at sample D.
It's got a forest pine needle smell to it.
So the first one, or D, the 10-year-old bourbon is available for $120. You can go to the website and buy for $129.99.
Okay, that's a good price. At that
B. Yeah, let's see here. B is available. This is available for $54.99. It's from Bent, BENDT Distilling Company in Louisville, Texas.
Really? Woo.
This is straight rye whiskey bottled in bond. It's a rare 4-grain rye whiskey featuring locally grown Elben rye triticale, a wheat rye hybrid just down the road. Well, we were off.
Yeah, that's the wheat rye hybrid.
This is the wheat rye hybrid.
Wow, with the floral kind of pine
nut. That is, yeah.
Or pine needle.
It goes in notes. Blah, blah.
What do we have?
Yep. Anyway, okay. What was...
Triton? How much?
ABV, 50% ABV on that one. So
how much is the bottle?
Our blind tasting experience is showing here.
Well, we're trying to pick it out, but the foresty pine needle flavors are all over that.
The $55. That's $54.99 for sample B. That's the wheat rye hybrid.
That one's interesting. I don't know about
B.
that one.
Which one? You want to go to A next?
Yeah, we got to know. We'll do the one that tricked us.
A, I think, is the
sour beer.
The beer brewery collaboration.
Lower proof. I feel like I can pick up some of the beer flavor in there.
There's a little bit of orange and rye on. Well, here's our rye one though. So we're down. This is either the brewery or the Ben Franklin. That's got to be the brewery collaboration.
Yeah. Which means the Ben Franklin. Of course, that makes sense. He's going to share with France like a really good whiskey. So that makes sense.
So we did not get.
Are we wrong? We're wrong on that.
This is a single malt from Axhole, from Cowwise Spirits Company out of Paso Robles, which is a big wine distillery or a wine region. This single malt is made in collaboration with Firestone Walker Brewing Company, utilizing a whiskey mash based on a sour-style beer recipe and is undergoing primary and secondary fermentation with native yeast and microflora for 2 years. Wow. Yes, you read that right.
Yeah.
42% ABV. That doesn't feel that low. That is a little bit lower, but not 42.
I mean, yeah. It seems about right. Very drinkable, very nice.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Once I got there, I was like, that beer.
Yeah, you're right. When you said there's a little beer note in there, I get it.
Yep.
It's almost like it sat in your glass a little too long, and then you were like, yeah, okay. But it's still very tasty. How much is that bottle?
That bottle is called Axhole.
Wow.
AXE. hole.
See, it's kind of like
HOLE.
there's some bottles that'll give you what I call a big glass hole. So there's a glass hole. That's an axe hole.
That one's very good, very drinkable, but available $74.99.
Oh, okay.
So then, so C is our last
Franklin.
one. That has to be
which is
Ben
very
Franklin.
unique, very tasty.
So this is from Liberty Pole Spirits out of Washington, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
The whiskey is Old Monongahela.
Monongahela. That's a river.
What is it?
Monongahela.
Monongahela?
That's how I say it. Monongahela. It's a river. Yeah.
In Pennsylvania? It was one of the three rivers?
Yeah, because at Pittsburgh, there's the three rivers that come together, and the Monongahela is one of the main ones.
There you go.
Thank you.
I like your pronunciation.
Yeah, Monongahela. I'm probably wrong.
This one is full-proof rye whiskey. Fun fact, Old Monongahela?
Full rye, yeah, Monongahela.
Rye used to be the standard for rye whiskey in America. Legend says that frequently the first question asked of Ben Franklin when he arrived in England was, did you bring any of that Monongahela with you?
Did you bring any goodness?
54% ABV. Blend of 6 casks, ranging in age from 3.5 to 4.5 years old. And
well, we did pick up rye notes, so we weren't that far off.
Oh, that's true. It's a rye. That's
good.
Yeah,
and we weren't far off because we were getting rye.
Yeah,
and no wonder they loved that. That is really good.
Yeah. Honestly, B is probably the only one that I wouldn't want a full bottle of. The others were all
The B was a
tasty.
little.
That's a great, neat tasting.
Yes,
and they're unique. I mean, it's not like 4 bourbons that taste like other bourbons.
Right. You sit down, and you're like, I can't tell the difference between A, C, and D. These are very uniquely different. I just tried it again.
So we just kind of messed up those two.
Right.
Because we thought
but
this
it's
one
still
was
rye.
Or no, we thought this one was Ben Franklin.
Right, because it's so odd. Of course, if he's giving it to France, what?
Is that a red?
What happened? Did you split your nail?
Yeah. Anyway, we got the beer collaboration here. We had the bourbon, just kind of mixed up Ben Franklin, and that bourbon's really good. Went back, had another sip of that. Let me try another little sip here.
That is a good bourbon.
This wheat
Doc
rye
Holliday?
wheat.
That should have cured his consumption. You're a daisy if you do. Which you actually said it's not your.
No, it's I'll be your huckleberry.
Oh, that's right. Instead of I'm your huckleberry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be your
I
huckleberry.
saw a story on that a while back.
Yeah. You're a daisy if you do.
Most people, me included, you included, always thought it's I'll be your huckleberry.
When you told me this, I thought you got me wrong. But then I listened to it. You can't tell what the hell he's saying. Yeah. He could have said I'm your huckleberry, or
he's saying I'm your I'll be your hucklebearer.
Yeah, but he's like, I'll be your hucklebearer.
A huckle is the name of the handle on a casket.
Why wouldn't they call it a handle?
So it's I'll be your huckle. I'll carry your casket.
I'm your hucklebearer. I'm your hucklebearer.
Put you in that casket.
Yeah, I'll put you in there.
Boy.
You're a daisy if you do. You'll be pushing up daisies. Great movie.
Which I saw yesterday. I'm leaving the grocery store, and in front of me is a car from Colorado, but it's got a personalized plate, Huckleberry. And I thought, did that guy watch Tombstone?
Yeah.
And think he says Huckleberry?
Right.
And
so
he
you
got
need
a
one that says
personalized plate.
Hucklebearer, and nobody will know what the hell you're talking about.
Maybe.
Like, what is that? Everybody knows it's a huckleberry.
Yeah. You'll watch closed captioning.
Woo.
I don't know what it says.
Yeah, it'll say Huckleberry. Yeah, it'll be like question mark.
Yeah.
We don't know what he said. All right, that is interesting. That's not bad when you come back, but
I agree. All right.
This is
unique.
Definitely.
Tent Mountain.
Woo! Ooh, release 10 or release X.
Yep. So legacy.
I love the presentation. Let's talk about it a little bit. I love the exploration. And the fact that they've got things that are very distinct is a huge plus. And you know they've got to have something that, but all those don't, it doesn't feel like there's a real, although one of them's a little bit less money. That is a great way to experience whiskey. I will bring folks over here because I've got that going on here, and I'll throw them a Japanese, then I'll throw them a bourbon, then I'll throw them a rye, then I'll throw them a peat. And they get this, like, that's a crazy experience. This is a much more curated experience.
So honestly, I do like that they kind of had the 4 teasers of what, one of these is a recreation.
Primes you.
One of these was the collaboration, and that completely blind, these 3 would have befuddled me. I mean, I wouldn't have had any idea what I was tasting.
So that is interesting. The priming of like, hey, which one's the Ben Franklin?
Right. And knowing, one of these is a collaboration with a brewery, because then as you're tasting them, you're like, oh, that's definitely that one. And then this one's just a well-aged, bourbon, boom. You got that one. I do like, because and now for some hints. For our amazing 10th release we have, and then it's bullet points. Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's on the back?
And I say I'm glad they had that, because these are really different, really unique whiskeys. I didn't expect that. I expected more kind of, here's 4 bourbons.
Got it. Okay.
They're all pretty close.
They've got this recipe on the back for bourbon butter almond toffee. Now, I wouldn't make this, but I could see you suddenly going, and here you go, guys.
Ooh, I might have to try it.
Look at that.
Take a picture of that. I'll leave this here.
That's cool. I was like, what's on the back? It's a recipe. That's a nice little touch. So, all right.
Go to blindbarrels.com.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a little deal on here as well. $15 flat rate shipping and free shipping for orders of 4 or more full-sized bottles.
Right. And they have a deal that if you don't want to do the subscription model, you can just go in and buy one of these as a one-off, just to see, hey, is this something me and my buddies would even like? That's a nice touch. So, all right.
I like it.
Scotch it, or bourbon it, you Scotch gods.
Let's launch it.
Dummies. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to go straight for the bottle. Watch out. Hold on.